Amanda.
Yeah.
I
Well,
know.
hey, welcome to our second workshop of Bloom and Build, and we're going to talk about filling your calendar and a little bit about host coaching. I'm going through this stuff, and there's just so much. I mean, especially when I'm trying to do two little topics, but we'll touch on a lot of it, and Lori's going to be able to add a lot of information. Um, so I'll tell you what. Is there a TV on in someone's office or house? I hear some background noise. Okay, but because you can always mute and come back in. But
Why not?
let me go ahead and share my screen, and hopefully you see this. The Bloom and Build Work Boot Camp.
Yep, see it.
Okay, all right. Well, as we know, bookings are the heart of our business, right?
Yes.
We might as well not be really doing anything else if we don't have anything on our calendar. That's basically what it is,
Yeah.
But you have to believe that you can get them, number one, and that's how we start out. So there are two things that are really vitally important to getting all the shows you want in your calendar, and that is setting a goal. Make a bold goal, even if it scares you, and even if you don't know if you will achieve it. And then making contacts. Bookings do not happen by osmosis. Contacts are a must. It's more all about exposure. So, Lori, if your calendar is not where you want it to be, what do you do?
So I start messaging people. And there's always like, I know sometimes we think we don't have any people to message, but I mean, you can message past host, past guest. I just try to start messaging, different people and then doing maybe, like 20 a day.
Yeah. It's funny. I have this in the host coaching part, but the Franks list. I mean, this is always a great place to start. And, I even tell new consultants that, first of all, Maureen Kimmel used to always say the average funeral has 300 people. So a lot more people than you think you do. And I mean, and it really is basically making a list and brainstorming everybody because you can't keep things in your head.
Oh yeah.
So
I
yeah, I mean,
this week, and
yeah.
she was like, I think she only has like 4 people in her party, and I keep messaging her,
Uh-huh.
to get more people in your party, reach out to another 20 people, and she was like, I don't know that many people, and I said, well, I think you do. You got over 900 Facebook friends.
That's a great thing to remember to go back and say to them.
And she's like, but I don't talk to many of them. I said, it doesn't matter. They might
That's
need a
even better.
gift. Yeah, so yeah, sometimes we think we don't know a lot of people, but actually we sit down and look, we really do.
And isn't it funny, like how Kathy Kokosella says, well, that's precisely why. That's precisely why you need to reach out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so what I wanted to do was just to kind of go back and give some ideas and reminders of ways, things to think about for bookings. And of course, and I shared what I do for my fundraising. And everybody does things a little bit differently. I personally don't define a show as a fundraiser. I prefer to run the show as a party and make the donation myself. But this is what they have to do. Fundraisers with no bookings will receive an 18% donation. Fundraisers under 1,000 with one booking will receive 20% along with $10 for the booking. And then over 1,000, and then if they get over 2,000, they really get, they really get a lot. But I'm getting all of the product. I'm taking all of the product for myself. So that's just the way I prefer to do it, because I think I can give them a little bit more bang for their buck. But I think you need to decide for fundraisers what you want. And sometimes it takes doing a few fundraisers and figuring that out. But I think it's good to have kind of your own, protocol of fundraisers. And don't forget to talk about fundraisers in every party. And really, in every party we do, we should be talking about fundraisers. We should be talking about bridal showers, We should be talking about if you did different types of parties, if you want to, maybe if it's a, local virtual fundraiser and you want to do some live parties, put some live information in there, or maybe they know somebody in your area to do live. It could be, a 15-minute texting party. Just put out there the types of shows that you like to do. Would you add anything to that, Lori?
I would say that for like you just said, like offering the wedding shower fundraiser is what I started doing on my table parties is I added the fundraiser and the wedding shower and the host special all under the consultant announcements when I first set up the party.
Okay.
And I've been getting a lot of people wanting information on both since I started doing that.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because I never used to put it out there. So I was like, well, let's go ahead and do that. And I have. So that stays on there for a couple of days till Tuesday when I start adding my own things on there.
Okay. Hey, Abigail. Hey, Tony. Glad you could join us tonight.
Abigail's just going to listen. She's having a rough day, so we got to put prayers.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but glad you're here.
Abigail, stay here and listen.
Okay. All right. So just looking at fundraising, and again, they don't know unless we tell them what we've got going on. I like using the idea of just saying, "Hey, we've got a new show type," and you could make it be anything you want. I mean, you could say if just a new type of course, if you've not done much table is the best reason. But just talking about you were at training, I think it's important for them to know that you're in training, and we unveiled a new theme show, and it's unlike anything you've ever seen. And this is actually talking about a hands-on show if you're doing live parties, which is fun. If you're afraid of doing live parties, a hands-on show or a workstation show is really a great way to be. What you do is you put a product in a different part of the table or a counter and let them do the work of that part of the recipe. So you get their hands on, you get them doing it. You don't have to be up in front of them doing a demo. And it's kind of like just going around and helping everybody use a product. So that is a real fun show. So there's different types of shows. Any comments or questions on that?
I would say, with that, when you're down and out and you need bookings, and you're reaching somebody, when you're reaching out to somebody like a cold message, have something like that in mind. Like you need to have a strategy of some sort. So whether it's, hey, we got this new party type, like Tony's been doing, Tony, what is it? Not a pop-up, an unparty.
An unparty, yeah.
It's called the unparty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, something like that, like that's exciting. So I'm doing something new. Or kind of what we did in the booking blitz last month where we all got a good amount of bookings is, hey, I'm in a challenge. Would you like to be my main, North Carolina host or the California host or whatever.
Right.
Something fun, like just make up something.
Yeah. And then here's another thing. Pick one of your favorite products. Again, whatever you can get excited about. The brownie challenge, and the idea with this is that you can use the brownie pan and show them different recipes to do in it.
See, I did an apple pie one in the brownie pan.
Okay. But show them little quiches, show them meatloaf, show them all and then items that go along with that, and other ideas. I mean, whatever floats your boat, whatever you can get excited about. Microwave egg cooker, the salad choppers, the twist and chop. Make a quick video on your phone and feature the product in use, and then it only takes 10 brownie pans to make a show.
Wait, we have a microwave egg cooker? That's a real thing we have?
The ceramic egg cooker,
The ceramic one. My husband uses it every day.
Oh, I wish I would have known that.
Here, I'll put the other one. I think I got it right here in my closet.
Okay.
Uh,
It's a real, I like to use it for oatmeal. I even like to use it for tea because it has that silicone ring around it, so it's not hot to hold on to.
oh no, that was the older one. The breakfast sandwich maker.
Oh, that you have one of those?
I
One
do.
of my
That,
nurse
Those are
friends
popular.
takes the micro. One of my nurse friends takes the microwave egg cooker, and she makes like muffins and stuff at lunch.
Yeah.
here it is, Abigail. Looks like this.
So it just looks like a little tumbler, pretty much like a little
Yeah. The
wine
lid
tumbler.
comes off. Yep. And it has a silicone ring.
Ceramic. You just mix your eggs up, put a little bit of
Oh,
milk
wine
in there.
tumbler.
Didn't know.
I like
guys
your
know my
analogy, Abigail.
It's a great item for people that are single like me because I did French toast in it last week.
Baby girl dinner's not done yet.
Really?
French toast. Yep. Just make up. It was 1 egg, quarter cup of milk, a little bit of, a dash of vanilla, a dash of cinnamon. And I took a couple of pieces of bread, cubed it up and put it in there and put it in the microwave for a minute and a half.
Oh my gosh. I'm trying that.
Yeah, it's really good. So again, it's those things like that you should get excited about.
I just got a booking in May for a lady came on the reels. Well, I had put my bundles up that I made yesterday that I learned about in the Coma Club. And she sent me, she commented and I sent her my website address and I sent her my email address. She sent me a message right before I came on and asked me, could she book a party in May?
Yay.
And I said, well, you certainly can.
Isn't that
You
exciting?
certainly can.
You're doing,
Yeah.
you're doing,
I mean,
you're
she
doing,
wants the Freezy Fund
Mhm.
because I was pushing the Freezy Fund. And I was pushing the Freezy Fund and getting people to sign up to be a consultant.
wow, love it.
Nice.
That's great. Cool.
So, when y'all were talking about like the wedding registry and the fundraiser and that kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
So, I've actually got a call with Lori after this evening. So I have a host that I talked to her last night, and she wants to host, but she's wanting to do. So her nephew is graduating from culinary school, and she was going to do a registry for him. So then when I called her, I said, "Hey," I said, "what about if we do your party? You can still do, things for him as far as like people buying graduation gifts. But why don't we let him book off of you to host his own registry party?"
Yeah.
What is y'all's thoughts on that?
Amanda, I just did that. I had a lady that wanted to do that with her birthday, and I'm doing her party now. And you know what, Amanda? It is pretty easy to do because I did it like the wedding registry. I set all that up. And she's interested in all the baking stuff. She wants all the blue baking stuff and basically anything baking. So she went in there and she picked out what she wanted. And man, it has been a snap. Now, I haven't gotten any orders from it yet, but it's as far as giving a party, it is real easy when they do that.
That's good to know. That's good to know. Yeah,
I guess
registry.
that the registry, Karen, I'll let you go ahead. That's what I was
Yeah,
curious.
yeah. You know what? Personally, for every time I do a registry, I've got to go through the training again. So I just, I just go through the training because it is really nifty, but you just want to make sure you get all your ducks in a row. Oh, I was going to talk about a product
Yeah,
workshop.
I did hers as a registry.
Yeah, yep. They're great.
Yeah.
A product workshop, I pick an electric. A lot of people doing deluxe multi-cooker workshops. Of course, the Freezy Fun is big right now, but this is a great idea to have in your home too. And just get people. You could even make it a no cooking event. If you do a new buying event and just push bookings, that's a great way. Remember, it's always important for you to be having your own party every month, whether it's virtual, whether it's a customer appreciation night. The virtual business is important, but it's also nice to be able to connect with people personally. Do any of you do a customer appreciation event?
I do giveaways.
You do giveaways, and how do you do that?
So I kind of figured out how Morgan and all these people are doing like giveaways. So what they do is they hold a party for themselves first. They get all these they're the hosts, so they get all these freebies and stuff. And then the next party that people order from, you can entice them about ordering because I'm going to give away $190 in products, or I'm giving away this Snackle box because you got it for free because of the last month's orders. So like you're the host.
Okay.
And then just take those gifts every month and, hey, everybody that orders in the next 48 hours is going to go into a drawing for a new Snackle box.
So it's kind of just a different way to do a mystery host party, except you're giving away 10 hosts
Right.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I started this week. I started doing a different way to give a prize, because I know that there are some people who would do a weekly prize. So I started doing that this week. But
yeah,
that's really a great idea. I love that. Again, we should always be having our own party. I thought about a garden salsa party, which I thought was really fun. Soon gardens are going to be you're going to be eating a lot of vegetables, even early spring vegetables. You could do salsa party, you could do asparagus party, you could do whatever, I know asparagus is big in the spring in a lot of areas. But again, just, think about what's going on in your area that's local. You could do that. I mean, and even if it's local for you, you could do the demo and share the world, what's going on locally in your area. So I just think that's really fun too. I mean, there's a lot of restaurants that always, focus on local, farm to table. And I think if we can kind of use that to our benefit, that gets people excited. And then think about a schools out party. You could pamper school staff. Again, you could do this live or do it virtually, but it's a great way to celebrate the end of the school year. And networking with teachers is a great way to build your team, because we know a lot of real good Pampered Chef consultants that were once teachers, right? All right.
So how do you do that, Karen? How do you go about that on the teacher one?
Well, again, are you talking about doing it virtually or doing it live?
I think it would be either or. I mean, me personally, I really enjoy doing in-home or in-person parties.
Mm-hmm.
That would be something I would be interested in, because our school is gonna be letting out in a month.
Yeah.
Or give
Now,
or take.
if you have like a relationship with the school secretary, say for instance, or any of the teachers, hey, who wants to have a schools out party?
Because I actually have a host right now that is the school secretary.
There you go. Yeah. And then that would be a great way to get bookings for her party. Like who wants to do a schools out party?
Perfect.
And what are some recipes what would go along with that, guys? Anything apple, taffy apple pizza?
Oh yeah.
Or you could do a dessert pizza.
Yeah, taffy apple pizza is an amazing dessert. Appleberry salsa. Yeah, that'd be really, really fun. And we were just talking about this a second ago. We used to do, when we first were learning about Facebook parties, we green dotted a lot. Have any of you? I know Lori has green dotted in the past. Have any of you know what green dotting is?
I do not.
When you're on Facebook, you can see who is also on Facebook by looking at the chat list to see who has a green dot by their name. All right.
Yes. Now,
It's a great way to make an instant connection with people. This might be a suggestion of something you could say. Hi, hey Lori, I hope you're doing well. I'm starting my next round of virtual parties and I thought of you. In April, you can learn about our new Freezy Fun and even choose it for 60% off plus an additional shopping spree. Could I include you as one of my virtual hosts? I promise it's going to be very simple and super fun.
I like
I
that.
like that. I need
Mhm.
that. I need that.
Okay, I'll post it. And bookings really are the heart of our business. And so you really need to, think about your goal. But I personally, I hesitate when I talk about this because I really want to caution everyone. You do not want to be begging for parties. I need a host.
Mhm.
I need a party. It's all about me. My business sucks. I need a party. Okay. You really, but there are times when you want to say, hey, I have a big goal. I really want, and this is what I'm saying this year to my customers because I have a lot I want to accomplish this year. And I need their support and I need their help. They've been there all this time. But I am working on whatever it is. I'm earning a trip, making money to pay for my child's dance, paying off some debt, quitting my day job, or whatever the case is for you. But share, I'm working on a big goal and I could really use your support. I just need 2 more parties to reach my goal for August or whatever month you're working on. Would you be one of my hosts? I'll pamper the heck out of you and your guests will have a ton of fun. What do you think? Again, make it sound like your personality. But so again, here's just some things out of the book. I mean, things that we haven't talked about in a while of ways that you could add bookings to your calendar and some verbiage to do that. The bottom line is, people like Lori was just saying a few minutes ago, Morgan, she spends her time booking parties and she has just found her niche at how to do that. And we all just need to find our own niche, what works for us. And, maybe green dotting will work for you tonight. So just idea for that. Any comments, questions? We spent some time there, which is good. Any other thing burning a booking idea that's burning that? Which one of those do you think you'll try first?
I haven't green dotted in a while.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I like the green dot.
Okay.
Absolutely. I will definitely do the green dot.
Okay.
To some degree, I guess I have been because I know that the message that I'm using right now, um, it's basically kind of similar to what you had for
Mhm.
April.
Mhm.
It's one that Lori had sent me, and that the parties that I'm doing right now that I have going right now, they come from that message. And all I'm doing is going on my business side, my Facebook, and some of these people, I don't even know them. And I just send them a message. Like last night, I think I sent out 20 messages. That's the one that seems to be between 25 and 40 seems to be a good number. For me, as far as to send out and get responses where I don't feel like I'm not doing anything.
Mhm.
And that was, I mean, Lori helped me with that. Like last night, I got a no or maybe later, not right now, or something of that nature. And then I sent her that message back to her, and she said, "Well, I'm 60 years old. Me and my friends are downsizing." So then that's when she told me, she said, right, she's just not interested. So, which that's okay. It's still an answer.
yeah.
Tell her your upline is
So
71.
I know.
Here you go. Love it. It's so funny. All right, let's talk a little bit about host coaching. Quality host coaching is where we earn our paycheck. The show is where we get to pick it up. And the more we work with our host before the show, the better. And I know Lori has really shared some great host coaching tips. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But just remember the importance of coaching your host. And even though we're not going here tonight, guest coaching I think is really important too. But decide right now: do you want to be a $300 host coach, or a $1,000 plus party host coach? Which would you prefer?
Do the guest coaching.
I'm sorry?
I do the host and the guest.
Yes, you would, but we're talking about host coaching tonight. So
I would take the 1,000 plus.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think it's important for your host to track their invites?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm asking you this question because there are times in our business where things go with other like things. Like if it's important for your host to track their invites, I kind of wanted to make the point that it's also important for you to track your hosts. All right. It's important for you to track. Tracking is really important all over. So yes, tracking your host, getting your host to track is really important. I think it's also important to find out what is their preferred method of contact these days. Email, text, don't forget the telephone. Don't forget the telephone or Facebook private message. That's always a great way to start out. It's hard to host coach if you don't know how to talk to them, right? Yeah. And what do you find are usually the best? Do any of you start out your shows? I know Paula Brockner is really big on, she always starts host coaching with a phone call. Do any of you do that?
I used to.
Okay.
I try to.
I call.
I like that personal connection.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a talker,
I
so I like
call.
to hear people talk, I guess.
Okay. But it is, I think that there's, again, like Lori, for you, your booking, your business is rocking. You probably don't need to change anything for those of us. And sometimes, of course, what works for one person doesn't work for another. But if you still want to kick it up a little bit, that phone call could really make a difference for you. And then going back to we talked a little bit earlier with the Frank's list. There are parts of our business, our field our business as a whole. I'm not just Pampered Chef field, but think that it's not important to do a Frank's list. And I think it's really important to always have a list of people for you to contact. Your goal is to get them on the list and off the list. And this Frank's list is good for your host as well as for yourself. If you were getting married or putting on a wedding for someone and you were inviting people, how many people would you invite to the wedding?
A lot.
Give me a number.
200.
So 200 at least.
200 people. But why not 400 people?
I can't afford them.
There we go. But you can afford to invite 400 people to a party, right? To a Pampered Chef party. So, yeah. So, but you would know, I mean, I would be happy if we came up with a Frank's list with 200 people, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
and that's, I'll even say that to my hosts, because they would want to invite a lot of people. So invite a lot of people to your Pampered Chef party too, because they're a lot of fun. Host coaching, I think it's also important to, you're developing the relationship with your host. These kind of things help me, you guys. I'm a data processor. Sometimes it's really hard for me to know what to say to people. I had to practice when I got on a plane, if I was going to talk to somebody about what to say. And so these kinds of things really help me. If they do something, and again, this has to do with your personality. Is it too soon to say I love you? That they did what you told them to do. I mean, isn't that a wonderful thing when they tell you they do what you told them to do? You're a model host. Thank you for all your efforts. You're going on my host Hall of Fame. The best way I can show my appreciation is to guide you how to have a great show. Listen to these words. The best way I can show my appreciation is to guide you on how to have the best Pampered Chef party I can.
That's good words.
That is so, I mean, I want you to get so much for free. You're going to need a second kitchen. You're going to get so much for free because you're doing everything right. So it's these types of words that, really can build your host. along with that, don't forget host coaching. At the end, you want to be sure you're talking about joining my team. Make sure you're talking about kit credit. And I think that is part of your host coaching, but your host is always your best recruiting lead because they love our product. And here we're getting close on time. Remember, a happy host is your best advocate, right? Your best advocate. So your hosts don't know how to have a good party unless you tell them how to have a good party. But get those shows on the calendar and host coach them to death. And you'll see your business really, really blossom. Any comments, questions?
I had a lady over the weekend or early this week. I don't even know what day it is anymore.
It's Wednesday.
She said, I would host, but the last time I did, nobody bought anything, and I'm not going to waste your time or whatever. And I just commented back. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I said, but the reason was because I wasn't your consultant. And she's like, okay, I'll try it again. I'm like, all right.
And it's a perfect response. It's a perfect response.
Mm-hmm.
And, and Lori, and you've got, you have such great experience. And I really encourage anyone who, whenever you get a comment like that, an objection, if you will, if you're not sure how to respond to it, that's when you ask. Ask, because you're going to find you do get those same comments over and over again, and you learn how to respond to them.
Yeah.
I usually text a friend.
Yeah.
Like Lori.
Yeah. Right. That's right. Right. So anyway, I just really appreciate your being here. I appreciate you wanting to know that you want to build your business too. Just like I do, and we're all in this together. And I hope this time together has helped a little bit.
Yeah. Are you going to
Absolutely.
share?
Yeah, I'll share the comments. Yeah, I'll share the slide. Do you want me to share all the slides?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I will download them and share them.
Good. Yeah. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. And I will also look. We were talking before some of you got on that a while back, and probably if we searched in Team Halo, we could find them. But for I think it was for 10 days, I posted 10 booking ideas for bookings, and some of them might be outdated, but there's still a lot of really great ideas there, and sometimes just tweaking even
how to get bookings.
Huh?
It was 100 ways how to get bookings, right?
Yep. And I think I did 10 a day because reading 100 all at once can be a little overpowering.
Yeah.
But just promise me you're going to try a new one. Try a new one.
Absolutely.
Things like that.
The ceramic egg cooker sounded like that was a good one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Tony, what did you say?
I said that I really like things like that because sometimes it's just hard to get bookings and you just feel like you're saying the same thing over and over again. And then when you post something like that, it's like, oh, that the unparty, I saw it on Team Halo.
Yeah.
You had posted a graphic about the unparty.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I saw it.
Yeah, well,
So thanks, Karen.
That's what we're here for, right?
Lulu says thank you too.
I've got one at the door barking to go outside, so I have to go. Or she's gonna be going on my floor.
I know.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
I'll post this recording and I will share the screens.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Bye. Thanks for your time.